right now.
Thank you, Jose. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us. My name is Julie Jonca, and I will be the moderator or facilitator for this panel this afternoon. Also from our team is Jose. If you want to wave Jose, she will be monitoring the chat box. So throughout the presentations, we invite you, if you have any questions or comments, to jot them down in the chat box, and we will get to them at the very end. So again, on behalf of our organization and our partners, thank you for joining us this afternoon. We are confident that you will find this to be a very informative session, particularly for those of you who are interested in planning a career in mining. You will hear from education and training expert about some of the programs and services that they have to offer to help train and prepare workers for the mining industry. Before we begin, on behalf of our organization, the Far Northeast Training Board, I would like to thank and acknowledge our partners for making this event possible. So Canadian TradeX, Northern College, Collège Boréal, Cochrane District Social Services Administration Board, Mishkegawak Employment and Training, and NORCAT. I'd also like to acknowledge that our organization is funded by the Ministry of Labor, Training and Skills Development. Some of the presentations this afternoon will be in one language only, in English. Others will include some little bits of French, so some of them will be bilingual. Just thought we'd let you know ahead of time. A little bit before we begin as well on how things are going to proceed. We've booked roughly 90 minutes. There are 4 panel presenters. Each of them will talk about what their institution or organization has to offer in terms of helping train or groom the future generation of workers for the mining industry. And they will share as well any other relevant information about how their institution and organizations are supporting the development of skilled workers for mining. Each will speak for roughly 15 minutes. After all presenters have, all panelists have presented, we will invite questions and or answer any questions that are posted in the chat box. So please, throughout, don't be afraid to drop your questions in the chat box. If your questions are directed at a very specific panel presenter, please note that in the chat box as well so that we can direct them accordingly when we get to the question period. So again, thanks for joining us. And without further ado, we will get started with our first presenter, and I will pull up their little profile because that bit I will have to read. First up is Christine Heavens, and Christine is the Executive Director of the Community Business Development and Employment Services at Northern College. Christine Heavens has been with Northern College since 2011 as a senior administrative representative of Northern College. Ms. Heavens brings a wealth of knowledge related to Northern College's culturally inclusive, customized, and flexible learning strategies, while focusing on building strong community and business partnerships. Her teams excel in developing wraparound and whole-person collaborative success plans that help ensure students, industry, and community success. Her collaborative efforts and innovative means of removing barriers to education have granted her respect in developing strategies, economic plans, proposals, and partnerships, specifically in support of the mining extractive sector. Ms. Heavens is a resource to Northern College's Indigenous Council and Equity, Diversity, Inclusion Task Force. She represents the college at the Ontario Provincial Heads of Apprenticeship Committee, Workforce Development College Committee, Heads of Continuing Education Committee, and is a long-standing director on our organization, the Far Northeast Training Board. Christine has an executive's master's in business administration, is a certified engineering technologist and a survey technician, and is a certified college and university administrator. So Christine, I will now turn it over to you.
Thank you very much. So great to be here, and thank you for the warm welcome. And I'm just going to share the screen. All right, so let's get started then. And I'm so excited to be sharing with you how Northern College supports the development of the mining sector workforce. All right, so today what we'll talk about is a brief introduction around Northern College and the Haileybury School of Mines. We'll discuss the mining sector needs across Canada and here in the Northeast. We'll have a look at the programs that support the workforce development within the sector. And of course, we'll discuss some upcoming opportunities that will be of major interest as well. So across the college, we have over 75 full-time, part-time, and certificate diploma programs. And within that, then we also offer education prep training as well through academic upgrading and work and job readiness training as well. We have provided training and education as an Ontario public college for over 50 years, which the college has been known for, and with the Haileybury School of Mines for over 112 years, developing world leaders across the mining sector around the globe. With 4 campuses and 7 access centers throughout Northern Ontario, we're strategically located to serve Northern Ontario businesses and organizations, as well as Indigenous communities and remote areas. As an educational institute, Northern College is committed to providing a full range of educational and customized training opportunities to meet any organization's unique needs. So Northern College offers programs that lead graduates to employment in mining through various sectors, including trades, technology, business, training programs, and health sciences. So there's a number of different areas that someone can learn in order to enter the mining workforce. Students gain experience through lab work, job placements, experiential learning, and on-site learning. And learning with Northern College is a solid investment for our graduates, our businesses, communities, as we all work to contribute to the region's economic success. So let's have a look then at the college's mission, vision, and motto. We have a new strategic plan we're very excited about, and it brings us through to 2025. Our mission, building community across the North through partnerships and excellence in education. And our vision, empowerment through learning to build a better world. You'll see here then that the main theme that we want to highlight is the word empowerment, because we believe that every student that crosses our path, our role is to help empower them so that they can be the leaders moving forward, and that they know how best education can lead them into the plans that they want for themselves. Our motto, proud to be North, proud to be Northern. We're very proud of where we are and how we're able to serve the region and the area. Having a look at our strategic directions, you'll see that we commit that we will be courageous and steadfast in being truly student-centered by establishing Indigenous education and empowerment. So our focus remains on supporting Indigenous communities, Indigenous people, and supporting the empowerment of those that are found there. Innovative approaches to access. So again, access to education remains a major priority for us, and removing barriers that students may be experiencing and helping them to be able to access their education where they are, not always at our campus locations. We recognize that we have a role in bringing education and training to people as well. And finally, invigorating Northern experiences in that we, again, really uphold and we value where we are located. We see that as a huge advantage being in the North, and we want to help everyone recognize and see the value in not only learning here, but staying here and working here as well. So having a look at the mining sector needs, there's a lot of data on this particular slide, and I'll just go through it quickly, but really what I want to emphasize is that there's significant opportunities across the mining sector. And when you look at the Timmins area in particular, or across Northern Ontario, there's significant mining operations. And so it's important that we pay and acknowledge how much opportunity is here for those that are interested in working within the sector. So 25% of Ontario's population will be 65 years or older by the age of 2041, and retirements in the Northeast region alone are estimated at 1,411 between 2017 and 2027. And want to acknowledge the Far Northeast Training Board for the data that they provide in this. 13% increase in employment is expected across Canada, which could equate to about $26,000 more workers needed between 2020 and 2030. And that's provided by the Mining Industry Human Resource Council in their report issued in 2020. 6,410 of those positions are expected to be in the production of operations. By 2027, the required workforce in Northeastern Ontario is estimated to be at about 7,348, and that's identifying then a deficit of about 2,819 workers. Now, in November of 2020, Northern College, in response to the global pandemic, conducted an industry survey, and we ourselves have found that over the next 2 years, about 1,200 positions are needed across the Northern Ontario mining operations. So here's just a quick little snapshot at some of the demand in certain areas of priority where there's major demand. In particular, I want to highlight diamond driller assistant, Common Core or surface diamond driller assistants, underground workers, surface miners, battery electric vehicles is coming up, and there's going to be significant demand in that as well, and of course in the trades. So jumping over to some of the program opportunities that we have, this is not an all-inclusive list, and I know it's a lot of information, but the point here is that I want to just emphasize that Northern College offers a number of courses and programs that is really designed to meet the mining sector's unique needs. Of course, when we're working with the mining sector, we focus on customized training packages as well. But let's dive into some more specific programs. So looking at the post-secondary program opportunities, we have Mining Engineering Technician Diploma Program, so a 2-year program, and the Mineral Exploration Certificate Program, that's a 1-year program. Both of these are offered, again, through the Hillbury School of Mines. All of our programs are, but they are completely online. So they allow someone to earn while they learn. So you can continue to work while studying part-time should you wish, or full-time if that's your wish as well. But they both include hands-on experience with 2-week field school components located at our Hillbury campus. Again, it's distance learning, modular format, and that allows students to be able to learn at their most convenient time. So we do have a number of students who are registered in those programs who work for the mining sector, and sometimes they're away at a camp job, but then when they're back at home, they're able to sign in and do the work for their program. The next program I'll speak to is our Diamond Driller Assistant Common Core program, and you'll notice that says surface as well because they're similar, but we have 2 separate programs. Both are modular training programs that follow the Ministry of Training Colleges and Universities certification. It prepares students to enter the workforce directly as a diamond driller assistant. And the delivery for that is face-to-face with hands-on learning, and our graduates have incredible success. In fact, over the last 3 years, we've had 100% a graduate employment rate within by graduation or within days after. Another program we offer is a heavy equipment operator program. And again, often when we're working with the sector, we customize this to meet particular needs, but it can be offered in communities as well. And we have the students doing real work that benefit the communities as they're there. The delivery is often face-to-face with hands-on learning, and we do embed some online components as well as far as some of the health and safety modules. And our graduates are able to enter the workforce directly, whether it's in the mining or in the construction field. Rock truck operator programs are also largely in demand, and our participants earn a number of certificates around health and safety. Again, the training is typically directly on a mining site operation and is face-to-face with several hands-on learning components as well as some online learning modules. Mining Essentials is a MIR program that we are approved to deliver, and it's a work readiness training program. We offer this anywhere in any community and often embeds traditional knowledge and teaching combined with that of the learning around the mining operations to explore different sectors and different positions within the mining operations. So it includes placements as well, and the students often then can enter into different areas like whether it's security or health and safety, or often the students decide that this is actually a sector they do want to work in, so they continue their education into another program. We've had the battery electric vehicle programming and some courses for a number of years now, but we're expanding to develop a full battery electric vehicle technician program. So this is building upon existing trades training. So those that are certified and qualified heavy duty equipment technicians or electricians can actually discover a pathway through this program in order to become a battery electric vehicle technician. So this program is coming soon. It's currently under development. We have some great partners working with us on this. Our mineral processing operator program is designed to be offered again directly at the mill site and allows us to introduce students to the mining sector and train them in mill operations. Again, this is another ministry modular type of training program, includes several different certificates that allow the students to be able to transfer their skills into other roles should they wish, but typically we have great success of the students securing work in mill operations. Our underground hard rock miner Common Core program is probably one of the most popular that we have, again, highly sought after by the mining sector. Again, the work here takes place directly at the mine site location. It's ministry modular training again, and includes a number of certificate training programs as well. This particular program, we're very proud of the fact that it's a 95% graduate employment rate for our graduates. Apprenticeship training, of course, highly sought after to have skilled tradespeople right across Canada, so tons of opportunity in the trades. At Northern College, we offer apprenticeship training in automotive service technician, construction and maintenance electrician, general carpentry, heavy duty equipment technicians, and industrial millwrights. Our post-secondary diploma programs is another option as well that includes industrial millwright, automotive service technician, and heavy-duty equipment technicians, welder fitters, metal fabricators, and instrumentation. Now, it's important to note, however, that if you were to choose the post-secondary diploma program, you can actually graduate with your diploma and also come out with all of your in-school levels for the apprenticeship. A new program that we're putting out this year is our Culinary Service and Support Worker Program, and this supports those that are going to be working at remote mine camps. The graduates of this program can work in either the cleaning, janitorials, or housekeeping, food service, food prep, and in the kitchen. Talking a little bit about opportunities for pathways. So this is an important element that I want to really stress, that in every program that we design, whether it's a skilled trade or any type of training program, everything has a pathway into a post-secondary program. And often we have articulation agreements in place to a university should you wish. So up on the screen, you'll see that there's a perfect example of this. So I've used our underground hard rock miner Common Core program as the example. It includes post-secondary credit built within the program. So a student can graduate from that program and continue on to work, or they can register into our mining engineering technician program using the credits that they've earned towards that program, or they can continue to work and study part-time as well. Graduates of the mining engineering technician program can enter the workforce directly and work, or they can continue to study part-time as well, or full-time at Queen's University studying the Bachelor of Mining Engineering Technology program. So a number of pathways are created in everything that we do, and that's an ultimate goal of Northern College, is to ensure that we're promoting continuous learning and continuous education. So here's the really exciting thing. So we have a number of funded training programs that are currently available or coming up very soon. So we're pleased to share with you that we have spots available in the heavy duty equipment technician pre-apprenticeship program at our Timmins campus. We have funded spots available as well through our welder pre-apprenticeship program that'll be located at the Kirkland Lake and Timmins campus. We have funded training available for career excellence and hospitality training. And again, that supports the mining sector. Often the mines, we have to travel in order to get to a camp location. So I've mentioned this one here for that reason. Introduction to Construction Trade Program at Constance Lake is also coming available, and Food Service Worker Program, again, to be able to work in the kitchen service at the camp locations, is also available and fully funded. That said, we also are anticipating additional funded training programs to be coming up very soon, so I would encourage anyone to keep in touch, follow us on Facebook, or reach out to me directly and ask the questions so that we can share with you what training is coming up that would be fully funded as an opportunity. The contact details are located at the bottom. You can contact us at training@northern.on.ca. And I also want to highlight that we have a strategic partnership with Keepers of the Circle, which is an Indigenous organization ready and prepared to support students in any other ways in order to remove barriers and help them access the education that they need to support the sector. So again, if you're looking for more information, please don't hesitate to reach out. So with that, I thank you very much for the time and the opportunity to present today.
Thank you, Christine, for that overview of what's available at Northern College. And for those who are tuned onto this presentation, we will be putting in the chat box the contact information for each of the presenters that are with us this afternoon as well. So if you want to reach out, you will have the information there as well. So again, thank you, Christine. Moving on to our next presenter, Mélanie Dufresne, who is the director of the Timmins campus at Collège Boréal. And as director of the Timmins campus, Mélanie oversees the campus's operations, growth, and well-being by providing educational and administrative leadership, supervision, and support to its staff. The campus offers a wide variety of services and programs, including post-secondary and apprenticeship training, academic upgrading, employment and settlement services, as well as various courses through continuing education and corporate training. Mélanie held the position of manager of post-secondary programs from 2009 to 2019, overseeing 17 post-secondary and apprenticeship training programs in the health, human sciences, trades, and business sectors. Mélanie also spent 5 years working as the Regional Communications Officer for the Ministry of Natural Resources out of the Timmins office. She is an active member of her community and is kept busy as a mom of 2 young boys. Mélanie speaks fluent French, English, Spanish, and some German, and has worked and lived internationally on various projects in Latin America, more specifically in the Pacific Alliance. She has resided in Santiago, Chile, Berlin, Germany, and throughout Canada. Mélanie is a University of Carleton graduate and holds a degree in international business with a specialization in marketing and a minor in German. So Mélanie, I will now turn it over to you for your presentation.
Thank you so much, Julie. Can everybody see the presentation right now? Great, okay. Merci beaucoup, c'est un plaisir d'être avec vous aujourd'hui. Thank you so much for those tuning in online today, and thank you for the Far Northeast Training Board for putting on this panel, as well as Canadian TradeX. It's a pleasure to be with you to speak about some of the opportunities for training with Collège Boréal and what we have to offer. And I know we'll be available for questions at the end. So I will be going back and forth in French and English. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate. So some of you might know that Collège Boréal is established across Ontario. We have 7 campuses as well as 38 access centers. So we cover a big part of the province, all the way from Hearst, a little bit further north from us, to Windsor in the south. We were created in 1995, so very happy to be celebrating our 25th anniversary this year. That's upcoming. We'll have a great celebration for that. And then, of course, amongst the 24 colleges, Collège Boréal is proud to say that we've had several high performance key indicators in terms of our ratings, in terms of student satisfaction, graduate satisfaction, and employer satisfaction. And again, this year, we're happy to say that we have 3 #1 spots out of 4. So in terms of la mission du Collège Boréal, c'est pour l'offre des formations et des services de qualité à une clientèle diversifiée. Au cœur des collectivités qu'il dessert, il exerce un leadership pour favoriser l'épanouissement et le développement durable des communautés francophones de l'Ontario. So again, of course, Collège Boréal is a post-secondary institution, but we are here to ensure that our communities see growth and fulfill industry requirements. And as you know, Collège Boréal's main campus is in Sudbury. I'm based out of Timmins. We have some in Toronto, Hearst, Cap, Windsor, and Nipissing. So we really cover a large basis in terms of our communities and community needs. We offer a all-around service provider. So we do academic upgrading, which is any type of requirements that you may need to enter one of our programs, and that's all free of charge. We have settlement services, immigration services. So those are also new to the Timmins region, but we've been doing them for the past several years throughout Ontario. So if there's any industry watching and you have some newcomers that need some settlement services, either for the employee or their family, we'd be happy to help. Post-secondary programs, of course. apprenticeship programs, as mentioned, corporate training, continuing education, and as well as our employment services. So as you can see, we try to service the client from the start all the way to the end in terms of obtaining employment and the capacities that they need to fulfill that. There we go. Oh, sorry, it's going a little too fast here. There we go. So in terms of post-secondary and apprenticeship programs, c'est sûr que nos programmes postsecondaires, on les offre en français aussi en apprentissage. On a 6 différentes familles au niveau de nos études au postsecondaire. So just to mention that our 80 post-secondary programs, they are divided in 6 families. So we do have business programs, community services, computer sciences, environmental, health sciences, of course, and trades and technology. And within the Timmins campus, we are heavily focused on motive power programs in terms of trades. And you'll see some of the programming that we do offer here across the board in trades. So the programs that we do offer, which are either 1-year certificate or a 2-year diploma. So when we speak about 1-year certificate, you're usually looking at about 28 weeks or a 2-year diploma. So you're with us for that 2-year position. So we do have heavy duty mechanic technician. We have the truck and coach program, which is either, again, 1 year or 2 years. And as was mentioned by Christine, all of our programs are co-op diploma. So you would come out with your level 1, 2, and 3 for the apprenticeship as well, while coming out with a 1-year or a 2-year diploma. We also offer prospecting and mining exploration techniques, construction engineering technology in the mining and civil departments. And you can see here some of the photos that might be a little bit small on your screen, but they are some of our labs here in Timmins. So you can see we have the heavy duty mechanic shop as well as the truck and coach shop. And we are in line with a lot of mines across the region here that do provide support, donation. We have state-of-the-art equipment, so really great to see. And even through the pandemic, we were still able to continue with the practical components of all of our trades. In terms of continuing studies and corporate training, of course, Collège Boréal, in terms of post-secondary, we do offer in French, but the corporate training we can offer in any language. So of course, English, French, Spanish, depending on the industry needs. So we're really looking to tailor this training or this corporate training to the industry requirements. So we do anything from health and safety, mining technologies, professional development, of course. We have equipment operators. So when you're looking at the different types of equipment, we have been offering that. The AZ-DZ truck driving program, which can be a 4-week or an 8-week program, as well as Z endorsement. We do different employee testing. So when we speak about welding check tests, competency testing required by the employer. So we have different partnerships with mines throughout the regions in terms of being able to outsource some of that testing to come to Boréal to take on some of that. We also have the battery electric vehicle maintenance program that is currently offered. It's a 40 hours of training. There's a portion of it that is offered virtually, that's live, and it is taught by a BEV expert. So if you'd like any more information about that, I'll be happy to provide that as well. As mentioned, we also have a partnership with MIR, which is the Mining Industry Human Resources Council of Canada. So we work closely with them locally as well on an international basis. So we are also able to deliver the mining essentials and mining potential. Locally here avec Thériault, we have delivered Essentiel des Mines in the past few years, which was a really great success. So as Christine also mentioned in her presentation, it's a great program for introduction to mining basis. So the mining essentials is more so geared towards Indigenous peoples and incorporates some of the learning there. And then the mining potential is geared towards women and youth. So those are two also mining programs that are about a duration of 12 weeks. Just to mention, we do have what is called the Center for Leadership en Innovation Pédagogique, le CLIP. So I'll do that in the bilingual. What it is a center that is appuie la pédagogie, training needs analysis, is able to develop training programs, also does training for our academic staff, full-time and part-time, ensures the quality of our programming, our teaching methods, and the curriculum development. And that is an in-house expertise that we have as well to support any of our learning outcomes. Just to give you a bit of a perspective, we do obviously work within Ontario, but we have several projects internationally that are in the extractive sector. We've been working more specifically with some of the Latin American countries, along with MIR, which is the Mining Industry Resource Council that we spoke about a little bit earlier. And we're looking at how the extractive sector in Latin America can come together in terms of developing as well an approach similar to the MIR's approach. We're working with Chile in terms of some of their student services and how they can better tailor student services for their students, and they have a very similar landscape in terms of being surrounded by mines in some of the areas as well that we're working in. Been working in Mali, Tunisia, as well as other countries throughout the world. So that's a really interesting component that we bring, and we've linked up with a lot of the mining sector on that as well. So that was it for my presentation today. I would be happy to answer any questions at the end of this presentation. There's our website here, our 1-800 number, as well as my email. And thank you very much for having me. Merci beaucoup.
Merci, Mélanie. Thank you. So we've now heard from two post-secondary institutions. Our next two panelists will speak from the perspective of school boards or high schools in our region and how they are grooming and preparing future workers for mining and future students for the post-secondary institutions as well. So I'll read the bios for both because I believe they are sharing the presentation and we'll be presenting together. So we have Melissa Hall. Melissa est la responsable de la réussite des élèves et la lead en termes des majeures haute spécialisation par rapport au métier pour l'École secondaire catholique Thériault. Melissa Hall a reçu son brevet d'enseignement en 2000 de l'Université Laurentienne. Après avoir passé 7 ans à la maison avec ses 3 garçons, elle est retournée au travail à l'École secondaire catholique Thériault à Timmins, où elle a enseigné des cours de français, espagnol et même un cours de danse. Cette dernière année, Melissa a changé de rôle. Elle est, comme on vient de mentionner, la lead enseignante responsable de la réussite des élèves, ainsi que la lead pour la majeure haute spécialisation par rapport au métier. Autant que ce dossier lui est quand même assez nouveau, il va lui faire plaisir aujourd'hui de partager son expérience dans le domaine de l'exploitation minière et qu'est-ce qu'ils font pour préparer les élèves pour le secteur minier. Elle va présenter en collaboration avec Mélanie Paul. Mélanie est coordonnatrice de Destination Réussite pour la région du Nord. Ancienne conseillère en orientation à l'École secondaire publique L'Alliance, Mélanie possède plus de 14 ans d'expérience dans le domaine de l'éducation. Mélanie a été la coordonnatrice du programme de la majeure haute spécialisation à son école pendant plus de 10 ans. Celle-ci aussi a gentiment accepté de venir nous parler au sujet de la majeure haute spécialisation, plus spécifiquement celle qui se rapporte à l'exploitation minière. Alors, sur ce, mesdames, je vous cède la parole. Je ne sais pas qui va aller en premier. C'est à vous de décider.
Est-ce que, Mélissa, est-ce que tu vois la présentation?
Oui.
On peut commencer.
Well, parfait. My name is Melissa Hall, and I am the lead teacher, as was mentioned, of the Special High Skills Major Trades program at my school. The Special High Skills Major is a program that allows high school students in grades 11 and 12 to concentrate on their future career plans compatible with their personal skills and their interests, all while meeting curricular expectations for their diploma, the Ontario Secondary School Diploma. Students who meet all the requirements will receive a red seal on their diploma at the end of their grade 12 year, as you can see in the picture.
Alors, maintenant, pour un profil du secteur minier, le secteur minier de l'Ontario est très diversifié. Donc, on parle d'exploitation souterraine à ciel ouvert, des exploitations de sablières et de gravières. Les entreprises extraient une grande variété de minerais, dont l'or, le nickel, le cuivre, le sel, les diamants et un certain nombre de matériaux de construction structuraux. Les perspectives d'emploi pour le secteur minier ontarien sont très prometteuses. En 2013, l'industrie minière ontarienne a employé directement plus de 27 000 personnes et ont créé plus de 50 000 emplois indirects dans la province. Également, l'ouverture d'une nouvelle mine crée en moyenne 300 emplois directs en plus de 2 200 emplois indirects. La majorité des mines souterraines se retrouvent dans le nord de l'Ontario et ça crée un impact économique positif pour la région. Pour plus d'informations, vous pouvez aller sur le site qui est affiché à l'écran. Donc, c'est d'où que j'ai tiré les informations.
Students in the mining sector of the high skills major must complete 4 mining major credits. For example, they can take courses in welding, design, construction, mechanics, chemistry, or physics. The 4 credits must include at least 1 grade 11 and 1 grade 12 credit. As well as these 4 mining major credits, students are also required to complete 3 other required credits, 1 in French or English, depending on which language they are studying in, as well as 1 mathematics and 1 science credit. Students also need to complete 2 cooperative education credits in their field. Students can also participate in the Ontario Youth Apprenticeship Program, which is OYAP, or PAJO en français, and receive their co-op credits this way. On top of academics, students are required to complete compulsory and elective sector recognized certifications and or training courses or programs. For example, if you can see on the screen, the compulsory certifications are first aid, CPR, general safety awareness, and WMIS. Some of the elective programs include working in heights, basic electrical safety, infection control, and there are many others. We usually allow students to choose their elective courses based on their interests.
Pour continuer, je vais maintenant présenter les composantes requises qui vaut pour l'expérience et l'apprentissage. Comme ma collègue vient de présenter, il y a le placement d'éducation coopérative. Par la suite, il y a des activités d'apprentissage par l'expérience. Celles-ci permettent aux élèves de vivre différentes activités d'apprentissage par l'expérience et d'explorer divers métiers qui existent dans le secteur minier. Des exemples de ces activités sont visiter une mine ou terre dynamique à Sciences-Nord, participer au Mining Expo, qui est notre événement aujourd'hui, et participer à une foire de carrière. Aussi, les élèves vivront des expériences d'anticipation. Donc, pour eux, ça leur permet de connaître le parcours postsecondaire qu'ils doivent suivre en lien avec leur choix de carrière. Par la suite, ils peuvent apporter des modifications nécessaires à leur itinéraire d'études au besoin. Des exemples, c'est de participer au camp d'anticipation du Collège Boréal ou de l'Université Laurentienne qui se déroule habituellement au mois de mai. Également, il a participé à une présentation d'un collège ou d'une université. Souvent, cette tournée se fait dans les écoles secondaires à l'automne. Les composantes requises, ça se poursuit. Donc, les élèves vont vivre des expériences avec les partenaires du secteur. Donc, on peut créer un événement qui s'appelle ICE, Innovation, Créativité, Entrepreneuriat. Alors, il s'agit de trouver un partenaire communautaire et les élèves tentent d'essayer de solutionner un défi fictif. Donc, ça fait vraiment travailler la pensée critique et la pensée créative. Il y a aussi un exemple, on peut faire une activité de codage. Un exemple qui s'est concrétisé, c'est de créer une application mobile pour un cellulaire, activité organisée par Sciences-Nord. Et aussi, on parle de littératie mathématique. Un exemple d'activité est de participer à un atelier sur la littérature financière offert par une institution financière et non postsecondaire, malgré qu'il pourrait aussi l'offrir. Les avantages. Donc, les avantages de s'inscrire dans une MHS, il en existe plusieurs. La MHS permet à un élève de définir ses objectifs de carrière et améliorer ses compétences transférables ainsi que ses habitudes de travail. Aussi, les élèves bénéficieront des cours spécialisés dans un domaine spécifique. Les élèves auront aussi la chance de participer à des stages pratiques et à des activités d'anticipation. D'ailleurs, la MHS permet à un élève de se faire des contacts dans le secteur qui pourront l'aider soit avec ses études postsecondaires, un emploi d'été ou même un emploi futur. Et aussi, ce que j'ai trouvé, c'est certaines institutions postsecondaires offrent des bourses d'études pour des élèves qui complètent une MHS. À titre d'exemple, Lakehead University à Thunder Bay et Brock University à St. Catharines offrent une bourse d'études de 500 $ à un élève qui a reçu son DSO avec le sceau de la MHS.
At École secondaire catholique Thériault, we have around 120 grade 11 and 12 students participating in 5 different sectors of special high skills majors programs. 9 of those students are in the mining sector, with 4 students graduating with their special high skills major Red Seal on their diploma this year. And this year we will also be offering around $7,500 worth of bursaries in the 5 sectors. And the 5 sectors that we have at our school are construction, mining, manufacturing, transport, and health and wellness. Bursaries are offered to students that demonstrate good work ethic, are ambassadors for the school, and who are pursuing studies or a career in their sector.
À l'École secondaire catholique publique l'Alliance Circle Falls, nous avons 9 élèves inscrits dans la majeure en exploitation minière de la 11e à la 12e année. Et en juin 2021, 5 élèves seront diplômés avec le sceau de la MHS en exploitation minière. À cette école, elle offre 3 MHS, dont exploitation minière, je viens de parler d'eux, affaires et transportation. D'ailleurs, une pratique réussie, c'est en raison, on a créé un partenariat entre quelques mines dans la région et grâce à ce partenariat-là, chaque élève qui gradue avec une MHS en exploitation minière reçoit une bourse d'études de 1 000 $. Alors, pourquoi s'inscrire dans la majeure en exploitation minière? Un de nos anciens, Zach Loutier, qui a obtenu justement une MHS en exploitation minière, a bien aimé la compléter parce que cette majeure lui a permis de compléter plusieurs certifications qui sont tous payées pour les élèves. Également, il a aussi aimé participer aux différentes sorties éducatives telles que le Mining Show at Emmett et les camps d'anticipation du Collège Boréal. Maintenant, les personnes responsables pour l'École secondaire catholique publique l'Alliance, c'est Patricia Robert. Vous avez ses coordonnées à l'écran. Elle se fera un plaisir de répondre à vos questions. Cette jeune dame s'occupe de toutes les majeures à l'École secondaire catholique publique l'Alliance Circle Falls.
Et vous avez aussi mon nom avec mes coordonnées si jamais vous avez des questions. Merci beaucoup.
Donc, merci à vous tous de nous avoir prêté votre oreille et nous sommes disponibles à la suite des présentations pour répondre à vos questions. Bonne journée.
Merci, mesdames. Thank you for that presentation. And thank you all for your presentations. And for those who are listening online, whether you're preparing to train or to plan a career in mining, as you can see, there are options for you to up your skills or to begin training for mining. Again, we posted the contact information for each of our presenters in the chat box, so you have that there. Feel free to reach out. Some of them have a booth at the virtual job fair that runs for a couple of hours still, so feel free to visit them there as well. And for anyone who's tuning in from the community at large or from industry, we hope this information is helpful to you as well. Help us get the word out that there are resources to train workers for mining, and there are resources to help you as an industry if you need to train your workers as well, specifically around mining, or to recruit workers specifically for mining. Also, I'd like to point that both of our colleges that are online, Northern College and Collège Boréal, are also the service providers for employment services in our region. So feel free to reach out to them if you need help in that regard as well. So I will turn it over to José to tell me if there are any questions in the chat box that we need to get to. And I see that she disappeared. There she is.
Sorry about that. I will start with Northern College. I have somebody that says that they're a graduate. They graduated from Northern College. It still seems that companies are set in their ways of only hiring people with experience. Do you have any suggestion on how to get around this little hurdle?
Yeah, absolutely. And I would encourage anyone who's finding that difficulty to reach back out to us. Again, the email was training@northern.on.ca. We have a number of collaborative partnerships that help us be able to liaise with the industry sector. So we work with them on a regular basis, whether through a program advisory committee or through a number of different partnerships that we have with across the mining sector. So when we're working with them, we're continuously engaging to hear about existing needs, but we don't always know exactly where every graduate is. We do regular check-ins with the graduates to find out how they're doing. So if someone's having difficulty, please do reach out, and we'll certainly be liaising with the different partners to help make those connections. Now, if there are certain skill sets that they're looking for that perhaps they're identifying to you in particular that you perhaps lacking, then we can explore those with you and help develop a personal plan for you in order to meet those particular needs. So please do reach out. Again, a number of positions are either posted on our employment services page, and we also post regular positions from the mining sector on our Northern Training Division page as well. So I would encourage you to watch there.
Okay, I have a question for Collège Boréal. So Melanie, your new BEV course, is there a high demand from the mine, and is your BEV course getting a lot of interest?
Yeah, thank you for that question. So actually, yeah, we have a full cohort right now of 15 participants, and we will be offering a second one at the end of the summer. So there's definitely been some interest as it's full, and we are working with several mines throughout the region to make sure that we're fulfilling their needs on that.
Okay, and then I have a general question. Are there any funding programs available for remote Northerners for skilled trades?
Want to tackle that one?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a unique opportunity right now with one of our collaborative partners. So they are Keepers of the Circle, and they have funding available to support bringing trades training directly into communities. So we are actually working with them to secure some mobile training units so we can bring trades type of equipment and resources and tools directly into the communities to support in-community learning. So if someone in particular has something of interest, then please don't hesitate to reach out again. What we're looking for is enough people within the community to substantiate the need, and we'll bring the training to you.
Anything to add to that one, Melanie?
Yeah, no, just to add that in terms of funding, there's a lot of different streams that are available for any candidate. So I would encourage anyone that has an interest in trades to come speak to us. We have a number of bursaries that are available, community bursaries. We have a bursary graduation tonight for our students. So we would definitely encourage them to come speak to us, because if it's funding, there is different streams, definitely.
Anything to add in this regard? I will just add that you might want to visit the employment options centers as well, or the employment services, because there are some hiring incentives there as well, and some incentives for training for jobs in the region as well. So that's another venue for identifying potential funding opportunities. Jose, any other questions?
Yes, this one is for the high school. So Melanie and Melissa, are we finding an interest in high school students in furthering a career in mining?
I can speak from Terio's perspective. It's a fairly new program, as Melanie mentioned, from Boréal, and I'm new this year, but it's only been about 4 or 5 years that it exists at Terio, and so we are really trying to develop it more and more and promote it. Now with COVID this year, it was very hard to get activities done, but normally students visit the mines and they get to explore the program a little bit at Boréal as well as Northern College. So hopefully next year we can get back to more normal times and the students can gain more interest in this particular program at our school.
In Iroquois Falls, we've had that program, if I'm not mistaken, for the past 8 or 9 years, and it's always been a popular program. We have a lot of enrollment from kids, not only boys, but girls are also enrolling in that high skills major program.
Okay, my next question is for Northern College. With such a with such a demand in mining industry for a skilled workforce, are you seeing an increase in registration for mining programs?
Absolutely. So this last year, actually, Northern College saw the highest numbers in quite some time in our mining engineering technician program. So we're having some incredible success around that. But I think the other critical thing to consider is that the mining workforce is an essential workforce in the midst of the global pandemic. So, you know, significant opportunities do exist there. And I think as we're coming out of the pandemic, we're going to continue to see significant funding opportunities supporting that sector and helping to get people to fill those the in-demand positions as well.
I have another question for the high major skills. How is it selected that which school gets which high major? Like, is it do you guys offer like the one for mining like in every high school, or it's just a selected?
I can answer that question, and Melissa, you can add if you choose after. So basically, the high school has to fill out. They have to do like ask the ministry to have a certain high skills major program, and in our case, we wanted the mining one because we have a lot of mining companies around Northern Ontario, and we wanted to prep our students for them to go work in the mines. So basically, a high school has to ask the ministry for certain programs because there's a lot of programs that exist. So usually they'll choose the programs that answer to the needs of their students at school.
And just to add to, it also has to do with the courses that are taught at the school. If you don't have the courses that meet the requirements, then it's probably not a good idea to offer a certain high skills major program. So it does coordinate with the courses that are taught at the school.
Any other questions, Josie?
No, not that I can see.
All right. Anything to add from our panelists? If not, I'll start with a conclusion. And if there are any questions that pop up, Jose, please let me know and we'll backtrack and get to them. That happened this morning, actually. So I'd like to first a warm thank you to our panelists. Mélanie Dufresne, Collège Boréal, Christine Heavens from Northern College, Mélanie Paul, Destination Réussite, and Melissa Hall, École Secondaire Catholique Thériault. Thank you, ladies, for your time, for sharing your knowledge with us and telling us about what your institutions have to offer to prepare for careers in mining. I think it's important. We heard this morning of all the range of opportunities that are available in mining. So it's important to also have the programs to ensure that people who are interested in those careers are able to acquire the skills that they need for them. I'd also like to again thank our partners for making this event possible. And last but not least, everyone who tuned in, whether you're planning to train for or prepare to undertake a career in mining, we hope that this information was useful to you. If you are from the community at large or from industry, then again, this information is important. Please help us get the word out that there are resources, there are supports, and there is training available and education available to help groom the future generation of workers for your industry. So as I mentioned earlier, the virtual job fair is still on for until 3 o'clock. So some of you have booths there. We invite people to drop by and further the discussion and or reach out. The contact information has been posted in the chat box. So are there any other questions, Josie, that popped up?
No.
If not, once again, a big, huge thank you. We hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and we hope that you found enough information to fully explore your options in the mining industry. Enjoy your day, and thank you again, ladies.